there's some crazy numbers, and I've got some points up here I want to talk about. Millions of homeowners are sitting on record equity, and America now have trillions in tappable equity. What does that all mean, Art?
Well, tappable equity basically is the concept where you're going to look at the value of homes in terms of the overall, on an aggregate basis, what's the value of residential homes in the country? And then you combine that with what is the aggregate balance of mortgages secured by those homes. And of course, the difference is what? Your equity. And what we're seeing is, despite the fact that home prices in recent times have moderated some, overall, what we're seeing is that gap between the aggregate value of the U.S. residential housing stock versus the aggregate value of the mortgage debt secured by that stock, it's growing. And it's in the trillions with a T.
That's wild.
And so when you consider that, despite everything we just said about we're hopeful that maybe we can get a breakthrough and then the housing market could get a real shot in the arm and oil prices come back down, inflation moderates, and the bond market settles down, and maybe mortgage rates start to settle down as well. Don't forget, it was only 3 to 4 months ago, conforming conventional loans were under 6, and we were offering like 5 5/8, 5 3/4, and things were pretty good, but it still had not unleashed that segment of the housing stock of homeowners with these 2 to 3% mortgages. And so we still have to consider the fact that even with some improvement that may be coming, those folks really have a decision to make about what to do. And that's why this headline on this slide is so important. A lot of them don't realize they are sitting on a financial tool. And so what I want to get into is what is their alternative? Because there are other ways to achieve what they want to going forward, because their current housing they may feel may not be meeting their needs. But that doesn't necessarily mean they've got to bite the bullet, give up 2.5% and take 6% and buy another house. They don't have to do that.